We're so excited to be back. We are making a really awesome card.
Yes, I love it.
And what I love about this, Alicia, is that this card can be interchanged with so many different things.
Oh,
we
for
can
sure.
do dad, you could do like
Grandma,
mama, like you can do all the names, all the things. It's also really, really easy to bulk produce.
Yes, y'all. If I make a card like this, I can whip these up so fast. Like, they're just so easy. They're just so simple to make, and that's what I like about them. And it kind of comes off of your selling month. These would be great to sell too.
Yes,
So I love them.
To offer a set
Very cute.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
It is so good, so good. Well, are you all ready to check out this project? It is going to be
Let's
so
do
good, so
it.
simple. Let's head over to the craft table. This one is so much fun. So let's go overhead. This is the mom card. Guys, if you have never made a card before, I really want to encourage each of you to make this card. This is going to be like a really, really good card for you because it is literally 3 pieces of paper, super easy, and we're using the foam squares. So this makes like a really high-end card that you would normally pay anywhere from, I don't know, like
They're like $7.
Yeah, $7 to
It's
$10. This is literally made for, I mean, if I had to rough estimate this, this is about like 40 cents. Like probably 40 cents of material and
Like at
whatnot.
the most, you guys.
At the absolute most. And the best part is it doesn't take a lot of time to make this one either. So you're going to really, really enjoy this. I'm so, so excited for each of you to be able to do this one. So yay. But yeah, this is the card. I want to go over supplies right now and just kind of give you guys everything that you need for the project. So let's talk about it. Of course, you're going to need your mat. I'm using a standard grip mat today. This is so, so good. Next up is our foam dots. Y'all, you can get these at the Dollar Tree. Like, don't even feel like you have to do a Amazon order or anything like that. I know a lot of you are shopping Temu lately. I know we have been doing some research. I'm filming a video tomorrow all about Temu and things like that. So it's gonna be super fun to see that come out very, very shortly. So feel free to get some. I think they have a lot on there, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. The amount of crafting supplies that they have on there is crazy. If you guys have shopped there,
let us know.
Yeah, I want to know what y'all's thoughts are on it.
For sure.
I have like mixed feelings. So, and like Tanner said, we're gonna be posting a video.
Tomorrow. It's gonna be good.
I'm excited for you guys to see that.
We've been trying to take everyone's opinions and like merge them together.
Yeah, because it's very all across the board. It's not just like everybody's pretty much saying the same thing. It's like or yay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's so good. So that's super, super awesome. And then, Alicia, before we move over to Design Space and finish our supplies, is there a project for this?
Okay. I titled it Card. It says Happy Birthday, Papa on it, but it's because that's, just ignore that.
Perfect. So good. Thank you. But let's continue on with our supplies over here. We have the foam squares. We have our Cricut mat. We have our ATG gun. I don't want this ATG gun to scare you, okay? This is just very, very important for you guys to understand. This is the best cost if you're a paper crafter, but you all just want to be very, very careful to not get overwhelmed with this. It's perfect for when you're a committed paper crafter. Okay, so marry paper crafting. If you're like, Tanner, I already love paper crafting, you should already have one. It's the best. We're using the scoring stylus today. To be honest, if you don't have a scoring stylus and you just have a bone folder, you can do this project with a bone folder and a paper trimmer. So just know that, but we're gonna let the Cricut do everything, okay? Everything will be done with the scoring stylus. Next, we are using just whatever type of pattern paper you want. My recommendation is to try to pick a small pattern. So like, I think I'll probably use this one. Because you can see the colors shift around and you can see the pops of gold. I love this one that we used for the sample because it has a lot of floral, a lot of color. I love the gold popping, like such a great idea. So super fun there. And then y'all, this is our new Ashley, we call it Ashley Falco paper. Her company is not actually Falco.
Right, I know.
What is it called?
Celebration Warehouse.
Celebration
which
Warehouse.
I love that name.
Yeah,
I love
Celebration
it.
Warehouse is the paper we're using today. It is by our dear friend Ashley Falco. Now, why we have married, I call it marrying, at the beginning of the year, we were using cardstock from every company under the sun.
Right.
And I said, y'all, we have to commit to a paper brand. So we did a lot of research, we ordered a lot of paper, and believe it or not, I was not expecting to fall in love with Creative Warehouse and Ashley's paper, but wow. She is a professional paper crafter. She has an Etsy shop that does just amazing things, and she really knows paper.
And she has shed-proof glitter.
Yeah, shed-proof glitter. It's so good.
Yes.
So anyway, we're using it today, and I think you'll be really a fan of it. I want to show you this one that we're using.
And the color options, like, she just has lots of different options for you all. It's just good.
Like what? Good. I don't know what this is called. All of this is linked down below. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So this one,
linked.
I like really want you to check out. I love this pattern. It's so good. And then of course, you know, just a white. Everybody needs just some white cardstock on hand, and I think everyone should carry 12 by 12 paper.
And white 12 by 12 cardstock. Like if you're a Cricut crafter, just keep it on hand.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and buy a bunch and just have it ready to go.
Yes. So again, 3 sheets of paper. That's all you need. 3 sheets. Right here, super simple, okay. Then what we're going to do is just start designing our card in Design Space. So again, not much at all. Every single one of you will be able to make this project. So let's go over to Design Space and talk about our paper card.
Yes.
Okay, so notice that we have a different card set up here, but we're just going to use this and work with what we got today because it's super important.
Mom should still be up there. You can delete Papaw.
Okay.
Sometimes I use the same project for
Yeah.
other projects, and you guys will see I do that. If you ever do
Yeah,
any of my
look.
stuff, there she is.
So good, so good. So look, we just take out Papaw and then we bring this in, and this is our card. Now, what we like to do here at Maker's Gonna Learn, if you're new around here, I believe the best way to learn is to understand exactly how the card will finish, and then I like to build a brand new one to the right side. So this is how I think you should learn, where you have the vision and then you bring it together, okay? So this is our white layer, this is our pattern layer, and then this is our card base layer. So you will only have 3 layers for today's project, all right? 3 layers for today's project. Very simple.
So simple.
So good. Now, if you've never made a card, I don't want to scare you. This is like super simple. It's so good. It's so fun. And we're doing, just like it says up here, 5.5 by 8.5 card. That's an A2 size card. If you're interested in learning all about cards, I would encourage you to just search card sizes, and like even put like cheat sheet or chart,
like standard
standard
card measurements,
cards, things like that, because then you could open something here and realize the different size cards. So you would see that an A2 size is one of my personal favorites, and it's 5.75 by 4.5. And then the trim size and things like that. So it's really good to know. An A2 size card is simply an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper cut in half.
Yeah.
So you can have 2 8.5, or you can have 2 cards out of every standard sheet of cardstock you have. So let's grab a true 5.5 by 8.5 shape. We'll just start with a square, and we're going to change the color to this right here. And then what we're going to do is unlock, and we're going to type in width 5.5 by 8.5. All right, so there you have it. Now this is what your card base will cut, but notice we've already added a score line. I love the Cricut to do the score lines for us to set that up. So all we need to do is go to shapes, and we need to get this line. Love it.
This cardstock is solid core, and I'm 99% sure all of Ashley's cardstock, like her solids, are solid core. Now the
Yes.
glitters, I don't Those are probably white core, but
yeah.
if I had to
So
guess.
I just rotated this line at 90 degrees, and notice I don't know exactly where the center is, right? So what I like to do is select both layers, just highlighting, clicking arrange, or excuse me, clicking align, and click align center. Boom, everything's centered up, everything's perfect, and now we will attach. So what I want to let you guys know about, I was on a call with a vendor of ours, and she's getting ready for her wedding, and she's like, Tanner, my Cricut is just not doing what I tell it to. Like, I set things up on the mat, and then I go to make it, and everything's different. So my friends, if you run into that, you have to click attach, or this line would not be where I told it to be, which is very sad.
I do this a lot, you guys.
Yeah.
And I work with the Cricut daily, and I do this. I'll be like, I'll go in to make it, and my score line will be separate from my cuts.
Oh, it's the worst.
And I'm like, dang, I forgot.
Yeah, it's the worst. So then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a 5 by 3.75 inch size. Okay, so we're going to start with another square. So we can just like move over. And again, that size is 5 by 3.75. So let's just grab a new shape. And we're going to do 5, first unlock, 5 by 3.75. And we'll just press enter. And then again, we're going to change that color because we want this to be super easy to remember. And while we're here, we're going to duplicate, and we're just going to size it down just a hair. Okay, just a hair, not much. And we're going to change that color too. And we'll do dark.
I love color coding as I design in Design Space.
helpful.
It just keeps everything in order.
Super helpful. Now, let's head back to the Makers Gonna Learn site. I am so excited. We're using the font Marley today. If you guys are not a member and you're not taking advantage of our fonts, like, what are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing?
Where are you at?
Let's find the Marley font over here.
I've never used this font.
I haven't either. I didn't know if it was new or not.
I don't know. It must, like, I'm bad for like picking the same fonts. How do you spell it?
I spelled it like our friend Marley, but this is spelled the opposite way.
Oh yeah, this is like Bob Marley.
Yeah.
But I love this font.
So if you don't use our preview text and you're a member, what are you doing? Like, you can just type in mom and see it under sample text. And it's so good. All of our supplies are linked down below, my friends, so that'll help you out a ton.
Do you know what I love about this font for this project, Tanner?
Yeah, tell me.
I like that the O in mom only has one piece.
Yes.
So you know, like a lot of times, if you're using a script, the O will have that swoosh right through the middle of the center of the O.
Right.
And so whenever you're working with paper, you have to deal with all of those little pieces, and they need to be attached to your cardstock. And so the O in this one only has one piece, so it's going to be a lot easier for you all to add the little foam squares too. So
I love it. So we're just going to click that download button, and then you click on the Marley zip file. Getting fonts from our company to your Design Space is so easy. So you'll just double click the file, you'll click install font, and then look, here it is.
Love it.
We got you covered. Got everything you need right here. So love it. Now what we'll do is we'll go back to Design Space. We're going to click save. So click save. And then once your project was successfully saved like ours, we'll go to view and we're just going to reload. Now you can click force reload. If you're feeling aggressive that day, it's a great option for you. And let us know how you guys are doing today. We're so glad to be back. We're so glad to be back with you guys.
I know, I was missing everybody.
Doing more crafts. I know, it's so fun. All right, so now we got to get our mom. And remember, if you're downloading the font, it's Marley. So click on text, click on font, search under system, and type Marley with a Y.
Like Bob Marley.
Bob Marley, whoever that is.
What?
You know I don't know who any of these people are.
Tanner, Bob Marley's a legend. I'm offended.
I have no idea who you're talking about. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to show you after this live stream.
Okay.
People are going to come for you in the
Oh
comments.
no.
Sadie's like, Sadie's mouth is wide open.
Oh no.
Ooh,
So I just typed out mom. I'm just spitballing here. You don't have to make it a certain size. And we're selecting both of these layers, and we're going to click again that line center. I'm going to leave it on this page because you may want to take a picture. You may want to document where this is. because we've used it twice in today's training. So click on center, and then boom, it barely moved.
I love that.
I do too. Looks really good. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to get to choose a few different options. We're going to go under combine, and we could subtract it, we could exclude it. Which one should we do today?
I'm the worst person to ask, you guys. I am just, every time we have to use these functions, I'm guilty because I still love my slice function.
Ooh.
But I think in this case, you would use the exclude function.
Yeah, I think so. So you can see it didn't do what we need it to do because there's so many different things going on. So let's just go back and click undo. And that's the cool part about this. You don't have to have like a lot of drama around what should I do, because you can just undo and try a different one.
Yeah.
So let's try subtract, and then boom.
There you go.
Look how good subtract looks, right? So then we're gonna bring this piece of paper down. Boom, y'all, we're doing the thing. We're doing the thing.
Love it.
Love it.
We're
So look
like
at this.
almost done, just in case you guys
Like
were
this
wondering.
is so awesome for you guys to be able to do. Okay, so we've built an entire card. What I want you all to have and to know, and let's just go back to the main camera real fast. When building a card, it is so simple. It is so easy to plug in the numbers, plug in the sizes, right? So awesome. And the skills that you're learning are skills that are go with you for like every project, from centering to picking your combined functions that you need to use, things like that. It's super easy. Like we used, first exclude, but come to find out we needed to use subtract. So like that's gonna be different depending on if you're using files, if you're using a font.
How many layers are you using?
How many? It is so good, right? So we have the two cards. Let's just go back to Design Space. So we have our two cards. We're just going to delete out the one I'm built. I just wanted to teach it as a learning moment. We're not going to cut out the dimensions. We're just going to click hide. And then we're just go cut. So look right here. We're going to click make it. And we're going to have 3 mats, okay? We have 3 mats. My team instructed me that Cricut has currently had this weird thing where they think everything's a large mat.
Why? I use a 24-inch mat like 4 times ever in my life.
I was about to say 4 times a year I pull out my 12 by 24 mat.
Yeah, I don't know,
good.
and I think that there's like a default setting where we can change it. I just haven't gotten in there to try to figure it out yet, but.
Megan, I do know who Dolly Parton is, working 9 to 5.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Thank you. That was an easy one, Megan. So we're gonna start because notice how easy. Like we could talk all things, whatever you're talking about, Elton John and your mom and like your third cousin. We could talk all about that, right? Because our mats are organized. And let's talk about it. So first we're gonna cut our white mat. So easy. Then we're gonna cut our pattern mat, which is our dark yellow. Beautiful. And then lastly, we'll cut our card base. Look at that. It's so good, okay? So let's go ahead and start with that white mat right here. So good, top left corner. Y'all, I feel like I'm losing my voice.
Well, we all might have been sick last week.
But I know, I've been on 3. This is like my 4th meeting of the day, I guess you could count it. So I've been talking a lot, but I felt fine at lunch.
You sound fine. You don't sound like you're losing your voice at all.
I feel like it.
People are quizzing you in the comments. Listen, you guys.
Okay. I love it. Okay. So we have this right here. We've got our 5-point blade in. We're just going to press the play button, and this is so simple. So, okay. So this is going to be very important for this mat. So look right here. It cuts so easy. Like literally, you can just live your life because it's so simple. So you're going to peel this off, but it's very important. This is what you need, but we also need this little piece right here. So we're gonna peel this up. You don't need the mom, but you need this piece, okay? So you're gonna keep this piece, these 2 pieces, just like sit them to the side together, okay? Now grab your pattern cardstock, place it down. Okay, look, that mat was super simple. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Then look, y'all, you take this mat off, boom, put it over to the side. Now we're gonna cut the last mat. Now, here's my tip. Does this not look like it would be the perfect size, right?
Yeah.
Looks beautiful. We need to make sure this is at least 6 inches wide. And it made the cut. Holy cow, it's exactly 6 inches wide. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. So just
Well, that's
double check.
impressive.
That's my tip. We always, always, always love to encourage you guys to measure twice, cut once. That's what we are about here. So please do that. Now, we also have to add in our scoring stylus, and we have to tell it that we don't want to use the, because we're using Explorer machine, it already knew we were using the stylus.
Oh, yeah.
So
They knew already.
I love it.
So you can only use the wheel on the Maker series because it's the only ones that have the adaptive tools.
So we're just gonna load this in right here, close it, and then look, it's going to score and then cut.
Yes.
I love
And
it.
honestly, we like the stylus more because you don't have to change out the adaptive tools. Like with the Maker, you have to put your blade in, let it cut, and then put your scoring wheel and let it cut and all of that. So
We're almost done.
I know, y'all, I'm telling you. And like, we've been taking it very slow and chit-chatting and stuff, but y'all can make these so fast.
Yeah,
They're so
super
easy
fast.
to make.
Okay, so here's your card base. You already have a scoring line, so you could just like easily take it, and then just score it. I would use a bone folder.
I thought the bone folder was over there. I texted Lauren. I said, do you see the bone folder out there? I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, I don't either. So we're gonna talk about what we can do if we don't have a bone folder, and we have, of course, a few
burnishing
options.
tool.
We can use a burnishing tool. You can just like take it and score.
Just makes it nice and crispy.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, so that's super easy. Then we're going to take in our mom. First, we want to just apply this down here in the middle. Okay, so we're just gonna take this down. Beautiful. Look at this, y'all.
Wow,
we have
she's
our
gorgeous.
amazing cards. And then look, aw.
I love it.
So get to pick whatever type of vinyl, or excuse me, whatever type of pattern paper you want. There's so many different ones. This is just another example. Like, you could do a bunch of different ones. You could do all the same. It could be so simple, so different. And we're so, so excited. So yay, I love it.